This system is flawed. Can you guess where it's flawed? Well, you can look closely in the RAM slots. It's running on single channel. And today, we're going to see how much of an impact adding another stick will do. Let's find out. Some of you might remember this system as my $200 budget build. Well, I made some pretty horrible decisions regarding the build, and we're gonna see if I can try to fix that. Mostly the horrible airflow that this single intake fan can do. I ruined the footage of myself installing the RAM, so if you're wondering where in the video I installed the RAM, it's not physically shown, but it is shown performance-wise in the benchmarks. Well, since we only have one, since this dang PC only has one header, you can see it right there, we're going to have to use a fan splitter. These things are inexpensive and rarely even contribute to the budget. But just for show, you can get these things for $5 on Amazon. Or for even cheaper on eBay or AliExpress. And you can always find fans lying around on eBay, Amazon, literally anywhere. They're just spinny things. You can't get any more simpler than that. I don't know whether this is just an error or something, but the older single stick has a higher average, but absolute zeros on the 1% lows. The newer one, the dual channel 16 gig, actually reads 1% lows, but has a lower average. This could be due to being in different areas of the map or settings being different. I don't know, but I'm really sure the 16 gig is less stuttery. The only bottleneck now is that the RX 460 only has 2 gigabytes of memory, and a lot of more modern games, like AAA titles, they need more than 2 gigs. 8 gigs is not even enough sometimes. And I wouldn't recommend getting a low VRAM card unless you're playing very low-end games like, I don't know, whatever the hell you find on sale on Steam these days. Unfortunately, I am unable to benchmark Team Fortress 2. This isn't due to any software issues or hardware issues. This is due to the game simply being mostly empty and bot-filled. And mostly I'm just too lazy to get onto a community server. And here's our cooler. It's a Thermalright Assassin King 120 SE. Don't ask me about the naming, but the 120 in there means it's a 120mm fan in there. And usually, back in the day, the Hyper 212 was the go-to 120 fan, but Thermalright's been pushing it with high-quality coolers while at a cheap price. I mean, look at some of their other models. The performance increase of installing a new cooler is only by like 2 degrees, and the FPS gain isn't much. The main bottleneck is the 2 gigabytes of VRAM on the RX 460. I would recommend RX 470, RX 480, the RX 580, 80, or maybe an RX 5500 if your budget allows it. So here's the new total. It's technically not $200 anymore, but can you blame me? Please subscribe, as filming tech isn't cheap and easy. And also I'm still doing train related stuff, just on a smaller scale. Something's coming out Halloween.